Hey everyone, it's Crystal Casey wishing you a happy Halloween.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Average Day Studios Artist Spotlight Halloween Special. I'm Marty Usery, and I've got a great musical act that loves Halloween as much as I do, and some special guests. So why don't we get... Oh man, where's that flashlight? I hate the dark. Where's that flashlight? Hey bud. Hey, Anthony, what are you doing here?
I just heard you were doing a little spotlight thing. I don't know, just swinging by to say hi. Halloween special edition.
So what are you doing here?
Just wanted to watch you. Maybe be a part of it or something. I don't know. Nothing big deal.
Hey!
Huh?
Oh, Halloween costume?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Beetlejuice umbrella head.
I'm the ghost with the most, babe. One more. Come on, there's one more. It's a double.
Doc Brown.
Marty! Get it, Marty? Because you're Marty and I tried you like that. So.
Yeah, I get it. Well, you'll never guess mine because I have the most obscure Halloween costume that I could think of.
Oh, American guy at the beginning of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Forget it. Let's go. I'm done. Cut!
When Marty first asked us to do this, we recorded a very nice intro. But then we decided, screw that. We're House Made of Dawn. And this is the Average Day Studios Artist Spotlight on Vero, the Halloween special. This is Bliss. She's our backup singer and producer. She's the one you're all talking to on Vero. This is Danny. She's our main female voice. She's currently touring the world in a major project. We're very proud of her. And I am Alpha, male voice, producer, and main songwriter for HMO Dawn. We bid you welcome.
So how spooky was that? What was it? I've got a werewolf trapped in the bathroom, so let's hope he stays in there. Anyways, wasn't it awesome to see that great intro from House Made of Dawn? And one thing that I thought was pretty cool was I have no idea who they are or what they look like, which is perfect for this spotlight. So anyways, the first question I asked them was, what are your influences? And this is what I got back.
Well, our sound is mostly influenced by the industrial and EBM movements. KMFDM, Rammstein, Front 242 were all major influences. But we go back a lot further. We're big fans of Alphaville, Susie and the Banshees. Judas Priest was a big influence, as is Depeche Mode. So our sound was built over influences of several decades.
Great bands and great influences, and you can definitely hear how that's woven into the music of House Made of Dawn. So now we come to my favorite part, which is where I ask them to play my favorite song in a slightly different version. And I chose Vice Principal for this, and Alpha obliged me and played a solo acoustic version, which sounds totally different than the original, and it's great. And I will play the original as well. That way you can get a kind of a balance of their sound. But yeah, and he also gives us a little intro to it, so let's hear it.
Well, Vice Principal is actually about Dick Cheney and the influence that he wielded during the George W. Bush administration. until very recently, Vice Principal was the only overtly political song we've done. We sing a lot about social ills. We're very interested in what's wrong with us as human beings, kind of on a social level, but we never really get overtly political. Vice Principal was the only one. Until last summer, we released a single called Resist, which is about the current administration, and it is exactly what the title says it is. I'll look into your eyes, I'll tell you hard lies, and through this you'll despise, through stacked and high. I'll strip your rights away, I'll raise the price you pay, and you'll say it's okay, and deify me. It's not enough, it's not enough for me. There is no too much, there's no too much for me. Safe in the shadows, I can wield a power unforeseen. Safe in the shadows, I will walk away and disappear.
I love that song. Okay, well, the next question I'm going to ask is, can we see House Made of Dawn live? What is that? Okay, either House Made of Dawn's going to answer this, or the spirits are going to answer it. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. So the next question would be then, are you studio only project? And is House Made of Dawn going to answer that?
The spirits are correct. We are a studio project only. We're not that hard to find though. Besides being on Vero, where we have lots of links posted, we're on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. If you want to purchase our music, we're on Amazon, we're on iTunes, we're all over the streaming services. We have our own YouTube channel, and we'd love to see those new followers on Spotify.
Well, thank you so much to House Made of Dawn and the spirits for answering that last question. And as Bliss said, you can reach out to House Made of Dawn on many different platforms. You can listen to them, you can watch videos. So please do that. And I follow them on Pinterest, and I think they're really cool on Pinterest too. So definitely take a look there. But really, thank you so much to House Made of Dawn for doing this for me. I couldn't imagine a more perfect band for my Halloween special. And this is where I'd usually end it, but you know what? It's Halloween, so I've got some surprises in store for you. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this public service announcement. So there you have it. Don't text a murder. But if you were to text a murder, I can only think of one person that could help you hide that body. The one from that horror movie. I think the werewolf got loose.
Vero fam, ghost and ghouls, happy Halloween. I'm coming to you to give you some sound advice on something that is very close to my heart, something that means a lot to me, but first we need the right setting. So, I'm bringing you to my black room. I figured that this is the perfect place to impart my wisdom and to teach you the correct way to hide a body. Now, we all have people in our life that we wish weren't there. People that we wish would get hit by a truck, or maybe get food poisoning and never come back to work, or maybe just fall off a cliff somewhere while hiking. I know I do. Now, there's a couple of ways you can handle this. You can be a mature adult and you could ignore them, which is what society really wants you to do. Or you can make them disappear. If you do go that route, there's a couple of things that you need to know. So you want to make sure you dispose of the body correctly. There's a few different ways you can do this. Snacks. So, obviously, if you decide to kill someone, you could totally pull like that soccer team that crashed in the mountain and like eat them. If that grosses you out completely, feed them to your friends. Invite your friends over for goulash or stew and tell them it's a new recipe or a family recipe or something you got off of Pinterest. And they wouldn't be the wiser. They would eat the body, it would disappear. Problem solved. That's an option. Another option, okay? The whole like burying bodies, digging the hole, that just seems like a lot of work. It really does. And I don't know about you, but I'm allergic to cardio. It's terrible. So make friends with someone that owns a pig farm. Pigs will eat an uncooked human body in 8 minutes. Did y'all know that? It's good information to have. Very good information to have. They don't eat the teeth. That's the problem there. So you do have to figure out something to do with teeth. Hydrochloric acid is good. But if you buy bulk of that, bulk amounts of that, it kind of flags the FBI, it kind of flags the police, and so they might start watching you, and then that just negates the whole thing of getting away with murder, okay? There's a lot of farms around here, so it makes it easier, I guess. I just have to make friends with the farmers. But you have to be inconspicuous. Maybe you go door to door, like, hey, I've got some Girl Scout cookies, or hey, I'm so impressed with your farm, I want to learn how it works. And then you and this farmer become friends. Maybe you take him a beer, and you're like, hey, can I see your pigs? And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then you become friends with the pigs, and then you have it all planned out. And I know, like, the whole pig thing, was from Hannibal. But think about it, guys. There's so many good ideas in horror movies. So many good ideas. So if you don't like any of those options, I suggest watching more horror movies. And I don't mean like the cheesy, ridiculous B-movie type, even though I love those. I mean like the true crime or the serial killer movie, because it gives you really, really good ideas. So I hope you're doing well this Halloween. I hope this helped. I'm gonna go have a snack. See ya.
Thank you for that, Carrie. And I'm glad you're not my next door neighbor. Actually, it'd probably be a lot of fun if you were. Next, we've got our very own Vero librarian, Debbie Cancel, to do a spooky book review.
Hello, Vero. Welcome to a special Halloween edition of The Vero Librarian. Featuring Myrtle. Brought to you by Marty Usery. For those of you out there in Vero land who don't know me, I am the Vero Librarian, and I ramble incessantly about books that I like and books that I don't like. And for today's Halloween vlog, I am going to recommend 2 Halloween reads. one for children or for grown-ups who like to read children's books, and one for grown-ups or children who are really advanced, like to read grown-up books. There you go. First one for the kids. It is R.L. Stine's Goosebumps. Great series. I loved it as a kid. It's been made into movies and TV shows. I loved it, and I have now bought it for my own children to read. If you have a teenager or maybe a preteen, Goosebumps may be a little too young for them, go to R.L. Stine's Fear Street series. Phenomenal. Still my favorites to this day. Second recommendation, or really third recommendation, because I just stuck the Fear Street one in there. Third recommendation. He has been dubbed the King of Horror. Some people love him. Some people think he's overrated. And some people have never read his books. But they have... That was real smooth. But they have seen his movies. They've seen his movies and have heard of him at the very least. Let's count for something. And it is Stephen King's Needful Things. This book is set in Castle Rock. Castle Rock, Maine, as in the Hulu show Castle Rock. That is also courtesy of Stephen King. So if you really like the show, odds are you'll really like this book. There you have it, folks. That is it for this special edition of the Vero Librarian. Hope you guys have a fantastically spooky, fantastically horrible Halloween. Ooh!
What's that? A message? From Canada? That must be Chris Frappier. You know, he's been under the weather a little bit lately, but let's check in with him and see. Go ahead, patch him in. I don't know about you all, but he still looks a little pale to me. Happy Halloween, Chris. Thank you, buddy. Well, like I said, about wraps it up. And I want to say a special thank you to everyone that participated, especially Housemaid of Dawn. Y'all made this awesome. This was great. I had such a great time. And there's a special place in my heart for everyone that supports me and shares these and watches them. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I guess I'll see you next year. Catch you on the flip side. What was that? Did y'all hear something?